Hey everybody! Welcome to our first episode of Cooking with Chris. Chris is my husband, and he'll do a cooking show for us whenever he has time. And pretty excited about it. And we're trying out our mics. So this is a cooking show and a practice show so we can go live on location. Chris, come on over. Chris is the one that's making all the music for us, and he's my husband, and he's amazing. So you hear me talk about him all the time. Chris also cooks almost all of our food, and he makes really healthy food, and it's delicious, and we're very lucky. And 4 or 5 times a week, he makes overnight oats for the two of us. He makes them after we put the kids to bed and go to bed, and he stays up and makes breakfast. And now he's going to show you how to do it, and we'll post it in the comments, the recipe. Okay, Chris.
Hey. So we got Mike. So I'll try not to step off the camera and go to the bathroom like Leslie Nielsen did in the Naked Gun movie. But all right, so we're gonna make overnight oats, and I'm gonna try to go through it a little bit slow because when I watch cooking shows, they rush very quickly, and you're like, wait, what? Let me write it down. But Sarah's gonna put up the recipe for you. I'll
put the recipe up, yeah.
But first thing, what you'll need to have on hand are old-fashioned oats, not quick oats, old-fashioned oats. Then I also like to add this chia seeds. It has omega-3s, protein, and it gives it a cool texture. You don't have to add those. Again, this is just a recommendation. I'm not gonna.
What? Okay, so oats lower your cholesterol. We talked about it in a Dr. Tim episode, and that's why we're showing you this. And then what do chia seeds do? Do you know why we're putting those in there?
Let me go through and then we'll come back.
Okay.
So old-fashioned oats, chia seeds, a measuring cup that's at least measures up to a cup, but smaller increments as well. Oat milk, and I usually use I like oat milk. You can use any type of milk, but I think oat milk tastes the best with it. And I usually get the lower calorie one of a brand that starts with C. Since I don't know that I can say the name of the brand, but anyway, you can probably figure it out because I don't think there are very many. And then the cat's gonna knock over a light. And then maple syrup. I like to sweeten maple syrup. You can sweeten with however you like it. If you want to sweeten, maybe you don't want to sweeten it, but you could use honey, cane sugar, whatever. And then important to me is yogurt, whole milk yogurt, preferably whole milk Greek yogurt. I like a brand from Walmart. I shouldn't even say.
I think you can just say the brand. I think it's fine.
Better Goods from Walmart. I really like that brand a lot. They make a lot of really good stuff there, but I really like their Greek yogurt a lot. And then the oat milk is Chobani, I think is how you say. So old-fashioned oats, chia seeds, oat milk, maple syrup, yogurt.
And fruit.
Well, and fruit. I'll get that out in a minute. And a little dash of salt. You don't have to put salt if you're not supposed to have salt in your diet, but it's not much salt, and it's not like you're eating at a restaurant type of salt. So it's just a little dash of salt. I've read. I think it makes it taste good. So then again, it doesn't take a lot of. I try to minimize how many dishes I use. So I have this 1 cup measuring cup that, like I said, measures smaller increments, and I don't get out a measuring spoon because we got these adjustable ones. Just get a big spoon and just kind of guess at it. And then as you eat it, tweak what you want and like to add. Keep it relaxed. Otherwise, it's kind of a pain to make every night. And then I've got 2 Rubbermaid containers. I feel like they should sponsor us, all these brands that are saying now. An OXO measuring cup. You want to know what my shirt's by? This is all we have, the bigger ones?
Yeah.
Okay, you don't really need giant containers. Usually about half that size works. But there are overnight, so you put them in the fridge overnight. Okay, so you wanted to talk about, oats.
So what, we know oats lower cholesterol. What do the chia seeds do? I don't know what the chia seeds do.
Chia seeds have omega-3s and protein. Protein's good for you because it helps build muscles and everything else. And then omega-3 is good for your brain and your heart and everything and repairing. And then oat milk is I guess like oats. I don't know. Maple syrup tastes good, and then I don't. Maple syrup's supposed to have some good qualities.
You don't
I
put
don't
a
know
lot
what
of
it
it.
is. Yeah, I mean, any too much of anything.
And then you put fruit at the very end.
And then fruit.
Yeah.
And you pick your fruit, and we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
And then Greek yogurt's good for your stomach. I'm all big on probiotics. Like yogurt's good. I prefer. I make my own sauerkraut, and it's something our family's done for a long time because if you cook it, it takes out a lot of the probiotics. So we usually do like raw. I eat raw sauerkraut, like cold from the fridge. So does my daughter. Okay, so anyway, hopefully I'm not clicking the mic or anything weird. We're gonna get started. It's really easy. So I start on the dry ingredients, and I usually just kind of get everything out because I try to make this in under 10 minutes. So we'll see how fast I can do it. But again, I want to make sure you see. So the first thing, you take overnight oats, and you just pour a half cup of overnight oats, around a half cup. And this is a little more than a half cup, but whatever, like you're not going to mess it up too bad. I think the only way to mess it up is not put enough of the liquidy stuff in there and it's too dry in the morning. But then again, you could just add some liquid if it's too dry in the morning too. So put a half cup in each of these. Okay, so now that's it. Half cup of oats, move that over, don't need that anymore. Then at this point, I'll usually put a dash of salt. A lot of times I forget to put salt in it. So a dash of salt, a pinch, a punch, a poof, or what is it? Like there's a name in German that's like I had to look it up. I'm like, what is this word? I've never heard of it. And it was like a pinch. Or it was not a pinch. I was like a punch. And I'm like, a punch? What's a punch? Okay, so the salt's in. Let's put that to the side. Okay, so now the very next step, what I want to do is I'll take the oat milk, and you do about 2/3 of a cup of oat milk.
So half a cup of oats, 2/3 a cup of oat milk, and a pinch of salt.
And I do it in a certain order, and this is the order, and I'll explain why here in a minute, because from experience. All right, so 2/3 cup on both these. Okay, so we're done with the oat milk. All right, so now we're down to the fun. So I do this in a very specific order because it uses less dishes. And
keep going.
Okay, I didn't know what was going on there. So next I do the yogurt. I use that spoon we got out, that one spoon. I'm going to try to do this with one spoon and one measuring cup as far as dishes that I'm not going to be using tomorrow. Okay, so this yogurt, again, I like the better goods the best, the Greek yogurt. All right, so I do usually try a heaping spoon.
It's just plain yogurt.
Yeah, plain whole milk yogurt. And another heaping spoon.
So 2 heaping tablespoons?
2 heaping big spoons. It doesn't, okay. I don't want to be so precise.
Right.
And I usually do 2. The consistency of that is so much different. I like the other one. But anyway, I am kind of picky about what I use and stuff sometimes. But then I go ahead and stir it. Well, I'm sorry. No, I got to add the maple syrup. Then I stir it. But
how much maple syrup do you put in?
I'm going to tell you. So I just use the same spoon. I pour it on the spoon and let it just spill a little bit, and then I dump it in. So just about filling the top of the spoon. And if it spills a little bit, who cares? But I wouldn't do much beyond that.
So about a tablespoon of it?
About a big spoon.
Okay.
Again, I don't want to tell you tablespoons. I just want you to know.
Some
you
people
just kind of
want to know.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, but cooking, you just guess at. You'll know based on your spoons what you like when you taste it in the morning. Is it too sweet? Is it sweet enough?
Add some more if you want more.
I don't want to be precise with the measurements except for like the oats and the milk because it's a relaxing thing. You just make it and you tweak it and don't do a lot of dishes, and you got a healthy meal when you wake up in the morning. And then if you're like wake up late or don't have a lot of time, your breakfast is ready to go. You don't have to like prepare. It's already done the night before. Okay. So I stir all that in and get a good consistency. I need a camera I can show you. But it's basically, you can tell it's all mixed in. Okay, so now at this point, and like I said, I used the same spoon for the yogurt, then I did the maple syrup. So I've used one spoon to do all this and one measuring cup. Now, the chia seeds, I have a little thing that came with the same brand of chia seeds I got back during 2020. and it came with this little measuring spoon for chia seeds. And now they don't include it anymore in the same brand that I get. And I just order chia seeds online, like at Amazon or wherever you can get them. Well, I don't care where you get them, but that's just, they're pretty easy to find. At the grocery store, I don't even know where to look.
So about how much is it?
And I fill that up. It's probably about
it looks like a teaspoon.
Yeah, maybe about a teaspoon. But you can decide how much you like again. And I dump that in now because what I found out, if I put that in too early before I mixed everything around, the chia seeds create, like when you put them in, they start to absorb the water and they stick really bad, and it makes it harder to mix everything evenly,
so
like the yogurt and stuff. So I do the chia seeds
well before the fruit.
I do the chia seeds at the same time I do the fruit at the very end. All right, I'm gonna get the fruit, and you can use any fruit. No, I'll just do it all at once. Again, you can make this stuff so fast if you just think about, okay, have everything out. These are the things I need. But I've been doing blueberries. I do organic blueberries because I read somewhere that blueberries can have a lot of pesticides on them, which is crazy to me because we grow blueberries. And I'm like, what are they doing? So we get the organic ones. So I guess if it's a organic pesticide that they're using. So I do blueberries and a half a banana. That just adds flavor, but you could put any fruit you want in it. You could eat it without fruit. But I just take and go through the blueberries, feel which ones are still firm, not too smushy. And if they're too smushy, I add them to the composter. And I just get a handful of them. And then I will rinse them off in my hand in the sink to get off all that organic pesticide. But yeah, we'll use our own blueberries when those come in. I planted.
Yes, so we have how many little blueberry bushes?
I planted three more bushes last year. We already had 2.
So we have 5 blueberry bushes?
We had 3. No, we had like 6 or 7, I think.
It's cute. I like it when the blueberries come out.
And then my mom's got a bunch of blueberries too. So.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
All right, so then since I make 2 batches, it's easy. It takes the same amount of time to make 2 batches. If I made 3 batches, it really wouldn't take that much more time either.
I want Mike to try them because he might like them.
I take blueberries to make it even because I want it to be fair. I do 2 at a time, and I just go 2, just to speed it up. Try to, a 2's easy to count. And I know sometimes I'll look and I'm like, I screwed this up, and I'll be like, that one has more. But sometimes it's just because the blueberries are different sizes, and then I got an odd number, so it doesn't matter to me.
You've messed everything up. It's ruined.
And now I'll take it back. There's one more utensil I have to use.
Knife for the banana.
I'll get a butter knife and I'll just slice it in there. There it is.
Wake up the kids.
You can help them because I'm doing a show.
That's right.
All right. So I just slice, however you like them. This again. It's like that Lyle Crocodile song that my kids are watching about the recipe. I love that song because but I tell you what, if you're baking, you better follow that recipe because you can screw up baking. Let me tell you, I've screwed up. You don't want baking soda, baking powder. You want to make sure you got the right thing.
If you actually end up making Chris's overnight oats, please comment and let us know if you liked it, if you tried it, because we're hoping to help. He looked up a recipe and then just kind of slowly changed it into what we like.
I always tweak usually any recipe I have, unless it's
if you like this, because Chris, whenever he's time, he is going to do other cooking shows and show you other things with the goal of it being not too long, doesn't take too long, healthy, and not too expensive, right?
Yeah, these old-fashioned oats you can buy the generic kind. I bought name brand and the generic. I can't tell the difference.
Yeah, I can't tell either.
Sometimes you can on that stuff, but that one I can't. I will say oat milk has different qualities. I like the Chobani the best. I've tried like 3 or 4 different kinds, and I would not even like oat milk. I don't think if I wouldn't have had some good oat milk before.
Right.
And I like it. I make cappuccinos with it.
Yeah,
she doesn't.
Tim said he likes his coffee with
it's weird because I'd start doing cappuccinos with them, and then now it's weird when I have cow milk cappuccinos. I'm like, unless it's like cream or something, I don't know. It's weird.
So then you just put it in the
maybe
fridge,
don't
right?
try it with your cappuccino.
So you just put it in the fridge and it's done?
All right, so I stirred it up, stirred all the fruit in, stirred in the chia seeds, and then you just put a lid on
I
it.
feel like I can make this now because normally I just eat what you make us.
Of course you could make it. You know you could. Just pretend she can't
You
make
guys
it,
get
so
to
I
meet
make
my cute husband.
So yeah, I just put it in the fridge, and then in the morning, the oats will soak in a lot of liquid, so it'll look a little different in the morning. I eat mine cold. She warms hers up.
Oh yeah, so when I make mine, I put a little bit of butter in mine and heat it in the microwave. And then sometimes the blueberries burst and I stir it all in there and it gets really yummy.
Don't do it.
I've had I like it warm a lot better. So you can have it, his version.
Do what
you
you
have it
like.
in the fridge, or you can cook it and then I put a little butter in mine. So
yeah, make it however you want. Experiment with it. You know, add more. Like I ended up adding an extra spoon of yogurt because I like the yogurt flavor.
Yeah, I like the creamy flavor.
And I like a little more liquid to it. But it's in the morning, the oats soak up so much. It's not as liquidy as you would think.
Right.
But yeah, and you can mix whatever in there. I mean, or maybe you want some more salt, or maybe you want more fruit.
Tim told us on a Dr. Tim episode when we talked about oats and cholesterol, he said his doctor told him he needed to lower his cholesterol. And before he tried medicine, he was going to just do a couple things with his diet. So he changed 2 things. He ate more oats, and then he used more oil instead of butter, and then his numbers went down and he didn't need to take medicine. So if you're eating oats and it's helping lower your cholesterol, that might be better than taking a statin, which you have side effects with.
Well, and I'll say my cholesterol started to climb up a little bit, and I just lost weight. I just managed my portions a little better because as you age.
Well, you work out and you lift weights. You do a lot. So.
Yeah, I cut out some things and a little bit in the portions, and then lost weight. And then when I went back, that helped a lot. Weight, but you know, I don't know. It just depends on the person. But yeah, the oats are supposed to help.
The oats help, but then we eat them, so it definitely helps.
Yeah, and then I guess we do oats, and we've done oils and things too.
Mm-hmm. So we do more oil. Yeah,
I do use butter though, because I'm a big believer in butter.
We do butter and oil. We mix a lot.
I'm a big believer in butter because you burn more calories with butter. You feel full faster.
Tim was on the oil, but I was like, well, we do butter.
The French use butter, and they're some of the healthiest people. So I'm like, it's just how you use it.
Okay, so if you like this, please like, share. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe. YouTube channel is one word, Project Next Movement. And please let us know if you make the recipe. Once this is over, I will post it on the comments. And Chris, thank you, sweetheart. I love you so much. He doesn't just make our music and watch our children while I'm doing shows. He also cooks us delicious food. Love you, sweetie.
All right. Well, and one more thing.
You can keep going on.
But yeah, I'm hoping this is budget friendly because I know things are just more and more expensive.
It's not eggs.
I'll try to come up with ways you can make a lot for less of things that are good and good for you. So, I mean, I also make some things that are bad for you and taste great too. Sort of. I mean, if you eat a lot of,
you make mostly good food. Well, we're pretty lucky.
Like, yeah, I try to do. But
my favorite food he makes is brownie. And you make really good pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Spaghetti.
And you made us really delicious spaghetti tonight. Mm-hmm. So yeah. He's got a lot of really healthy, good recipes he could show us if he has time. You know. All right, guys, have a fantastic day. Oh, and I will be doing a Dr. Tim episode Wednesday around 1 or 1:30ish, and then I'm going to do a mental fitness on Thursday at noon. So a lot of fun stuff coming up this week. New things coming up too. It's pretty exciting. Okay. You guys have a fantastic night or whenever you're watching this, and thanks